Hey, what's up, guys? If you're into houseplants like I am, you're gonna love today's video. We're diving into 33 different Calathea varieties you can easily grow right at home. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned plant parent, these beauties are perfect for adding some lush green vibes to your space. Now, I get it. Calatheas can be a little picky sometimes, but don't worry, I'm here to walk you through the most stunning varieties that'll thrive with a bit of care. Trust me, once you see these leaves, you'll be hooked. We've got all kinds of Calatheas, some with deep purple undersides, others with striking patterns, and I'm going to show you the best ones to bring home. So, grab your coffee and let's get started. All right, let's kick things off with the rose-painted Calathea. Now check this out. Just look at these leaves. The deep green with those pinkish-red markings. Stunning, right? This is one of the most popular varieties because of that eye-catching look. It really stands out in any room. Now, it's not the easiest Calathea to care for, but with a little attention, you can have this beauty thriving in your home. It prefers medium to bright, indirect light. Too much direct sun and you might burn those delicate leaves. And be sure to keep the soil nice and moist, but not soggy. It loves humidity, so if you're in a dry area, you might want to mist it or use a humidity tray. One of my favorite things about the rose-painted Calathea is the way it can really brighten up a space. I keep mine right here and it adds so much color to the room. If you're using a humidifier or just keeping it in a bathroom with some extra moisture, it'll love you for it. All right, next up we've got the Dottie Calathea. Look at these colors. This plant is a total showstopper with those bold, dark purple leaves and the contrasting light green patterns. I mean, how could you not love this one? This one's a bit of a diva, though. It likes bright, indirect light. Don't give it too much direct sun or it might burn those beautiful leaves. But when you get the lighting right, man, it's like this thing just pops in your space. Now, the Dottie's also picky when it comes to humidity. It thrives in higher humidity, so if you live in a dry area, make sure you're giving it a little extra love. Misting it regularly or keeping it near a humidifier can make all the difference. And just like the rose-painted Calathea, it loves a well-draining soil that's kept moist but not soaked. It's a bit of a high-maintenance plant, but if you get the environment right, it'll reward you with those stunning, vibrant leaves. Next, we've got the Calathea Leopard. Just look at these leaves. With these dark green spots against that rich, glossy texture, it's no wonder they call it the Leopard Calathea. It's one of my personal favorites. This plant's not too hard to take care of, but like a lot of Calatheas, it prefers medium to bright, indirect light. Too much direct sun and you'll risk those beautiful spots fading, so it's best to keep it away from harsh rays. Now, this beauty loves moisture. You'll want to keep the soil nice and evenly moist, but don't let it sit in water. And just like a lot of Calatheas, it thrives in high humidity, so a little misting or a nearby humidifier works wonders. All right, let's talk about the zebra plant. This one's got some seriously cool leaf patterns with those striking white veins running through deep green. It's like nature's own little zebra print. It loves bright, indirect light, so place it somewhere with a little sunshine, but not too much direct heat. Too much sun, and those veins can start to fade. This one's pretty low maintenance in terms of watering. Just make sure the soil dries out a bit between waterings. And like most Calatheas, it loves humidity, so keeping it in a humid room or with a little misting is a big plus. If you can keep it happy with the right light and moisture, the zebra plant will reward you with those cool, striped leaves that really pop in any space. Next up is the Calathea Picturata. Look at this beauty. Those silvery patterns are just amazing. It's like someone painted those leaves by hand. This plant likes bright, indirect light. Too much sun and you'll lose that silvery sheen, so keep it out of direct sunlight and it'll thrive. Now, it's not a fan of drying out completely, so keep the soil moist but not soggy. Like most Calatheas, it thrives in humidity, so make sure it gets a little extra moisture if you're in a dry spot. If you give it the right conditions, this plant will reward you with those gorgeous silvery leaves that really pop in your home. All right, here's the white star Calathea. Just look at those leaves. The contrast between the bright white stripes and the dark green is seriously eye-catching. It's one of the more dramatic Calatheas, and I love how it can really stand out in any room. This one's pretty easy to care for as long as you give it the right spot. Keep it in bright, indirect light and avoid too much sun. Direct rays can burn those delicate white markings. Water it regularly, but don't let it sit in water. And like most Calatheas, it loves humidity, so it'll appreciate a little mist. Or a spot near a humidifier. Here's the Brazilian star Calathea. This one's got a real bold look with its dark green leaves and those cool light green markings. It's a bit of a show-off, but in a good way. This plant loves bright, indirect light and needs a bit of extra humidity to really thrive. Keep the soil moist, but make sure it drains well so it doesn't sit in water. If you can give it that, it'll reward you with those striking leaves that really pop in your space. It's definitely worth having around if you want to add a little flair to your collection. Next up is the prayer plant. This one's pretty cool because, as the name suggests, the leaves actually fold up at night, almost like it's praying. You don't see that every day. Care-wise, it's pretty straightforward. Keep it in bright, indirect light and water it when the top inch of soil feels dry. It loves humidity, so if you've got a humidifier or misting spray, it'll be super happy. All right, here's the shadow plant. This one's a bit more on the subtle side, but still stunning with those deep green leaves and purple undersides. It's a perfect plant if you want something a little different. It's pretty easy to care for. Keep it in indirect light and water it when the soil starts to dry out. Like most Calatheas, it loves humidity, so it'll appreciate a little mist. Or a spot near a humidifier. With the right care, the shadow plant can add some quiet elegance to your home without too much fuss. Check out the Calathea Rosy. This one's got those gorgeous pink and green leaves that really stand out. It's like a little pop of color in your space. Care-wise, it's pretty easy as long as you keep it in bright, indirect light and water it regularly, making sure the soil stays moist but not soaked. It also loves humidity, so if you're in a dry area, a little misting or a humidifier will keep it happy. It's a great addition to any plant collection if you're looking for something with a bit of flair. Here's the Calathea Silver Stripe. How beautiful are those bold silver streaks against the dark green? It's definitely one of the more elegant Calatheas. It thrives in bright, indirect light and likes its soil kept moist, but don't let it sit in water. As with most Calatheas, it enjoys humidity, so a little misting or a spot near a humidifier will make it super happy. With the right care, this one will keep looking fresh and stylish in your home. Here's the Rattlesnake Plant, named for those cool snake-like markings on the leaves. It's a real eye-catching plant with its bright green and yellow patterns. It's easy to care for as long as you keep it in bright, indirect light and water it when the soil feels dry. Like most Calatheas, it loves humidity, so a little misting or a nearby humidifier goes a long way. It's a great addition if you want a plant that stands out and doesn't require too much attention. This is the Calathea Lasiostachya, a lesser-known gem with its rich green leaves and that soft, almost velvety look. It's a bit of a diva when it comes to humidity, so a misting bottle or a humidifier will keep it happy. Keep it in bright, indirect light and water it regularly, but let the topsoil dry out a bit between watering. It's a subtle but stunning addition that adds a touch of elegance to any corner of your home. All right, here's the Calathea Jungle Velvet. This one's all about those dark, velvety leaves with those bold, light green veins. It's a real showstopper for any plant lover. Just like other Calatheas, it thrives in bright, indirect light and needs its soil to stay moist but not soggy. And of course, it loves humidity, so keep it near a humidifier or give it a light mist now and then. If you treat it right, this plant will add some serious drama and texture to your space. Here's the Calathea Silver Plate. Check out those shiny, silvery leaves with their rich green edges. It's like having a living piece of art in your home. To keep it looking this good, give it bright, indirect light and water it regularly, letting the topsoil dry out just a little between watering. And don't forget, it loves humidity, so a mist here and there or a humidifier will keep it thriving. This one's perfect if you're looking for a plant that's both unique and easy to care for. This beauty here is the red Zebrina, and it's definitely a standout. Those bold green zebra stripes on top and the rich red undersides make it a real conversation piece. It's easygoing. Just give it bright, indirect light, keep the soil moist but not soggy, and like all Calatheas, it thrives in higher humidity. A little misting or a spot near a humidifier will do wonders. It's a great choice for adding some color and personality to your space. This is the round-leaved Calathea, and it's got that classic, clean look with its big, circular leaves and those subtle light green veins. It's perfect for anyone who loves a plant that's both unique and low maintenance. Keep it in bright, indirect light, water it when the topsoil feels dry, and of course, make sure it's in a humid spot. This one loves moisture. It's an easy way to add some modern vibes to your home. Now, this one's a showstopper, the Calathea White Fusion. Look at those striking white and green marbled patterns, with a hint of purple underneath. It's like having a piece of abstract art in plant form. Care-wise, it's a bit finicky. Keep it in bright, indirect light, water it regularly to keep the soil moist but not soggy, and give it plenty of humidity. Trust me, with a little TLC, this plant will be the star of your collection. Here's the Rattle Shaker, another stunner in the Calathea family. Its vibrant green leaves have these intricate, almost musical patterns that really catch your eye. Like most Calatheas, it loves bright, indirect light and a bit of extra humidity, so keep a spray bottle handy or place it near a humidifier. Water it when the soil feels just a little dry on top, and it'll stay lush and happy. This plant's a great choice if you want something lively and unique for your space. Check out the pinstripe Calathea. This one's a real head-turner with its deep green leaves and those fine pink stripes that look like they've been painted on. It's pretty easy to care for, too. Just give it bright, indirect light, keep the soil slightly moist, and don't forget it loves humidity, so a little misting or a humidifier will keep it thriving. If you're looking for a plant that's both elegant and unique, this is it. Now, this is the Calathea Pink Aurora, and it's a total showpiece with those gorgeous pink streaks running through its lush green leaves. It's a great way to add a splash of color to your home. Like other Calatheas, it loves bright, indirect light, needs consistently moist soil, and thrives in humid conditions. If you treat it right, this beauty will reward you with its stunning tropical vibes. This here is the Calathea Fucata, simple, elegant, and perfect for adding some natural charm to any space. Its broad green leaves with soft, pale green stripes have a calming effect that's great for an office or bedroom. Like most Calatheas, it enjoys bright, indirect light, evenly moist soil, and a humid environment. A little misting, or a pebble, tray can work wonders to keep it happy. It's a low-maintenance beauty that fits right into your plant collection. Here's the furry feather Calathea. Just look at those unique, soft, furry leaves. They've got this beautiful mix of green and purple tones that really stand out. It's a bit of a delicate one, so keep it in bright, indirect light. Water it when the top of the soil feels dry, and make sure it's in a humid spot. A little misting or a humidifier nearby will help it thrive. It's a cool, one-of-a-kind plant that's sure to grab some attention in your home. Check out the Calathea Undulata. This one's got these gorgeous, wavy leaves with white edges that really pop against the dark green. It's a simple yet striking plant that's perfect for bright, indirect light, and it loves moisture. Keep the soil moist but not soggy, and give it some extra humidity, like misting or using a humidifier, and it'll thrive. If you want something that's easy to care for but still stands out, this is a great pick. Here's the Peacock Plant. Just look at those bold, feather-like patterns on the leaves. It's got these beautiful green and burgundy tones that really catch your eye. Like most Calatheas, it loves bright, indirect light and humidity, so keep it somewhere a little steamy, like near a humidifier or in the bathroom. Water it when the soil's dry to the touch, and you'll have a gorgeous, low-maintenance plant that adds some real character to your home. Here's the Eternal Flame Plant. This one really lives up to its name with those fiery red accents on the leaves. It's got a nice pop of color that's perfect for any space. Just like other Calatheas, it thrives in bright, indirect light and loves a bit of humidity, so mist it or place it near a humidifier. Water it when the soil feels dry, and it'll keep looking vibrant and stunning. If you want a plant that adds a little extra flair, this is definitely one to consider. Here's the Calathea Latifolia. This one's got some seriously sleek, wide leaves that make it stand out. The light veining on the dark green leaves gives it a really refined look. Like most Calatheas, it loves bright, indirect light and a yaoi, little humidity to stay happy. So keep it in a well-lit spot and mist it every now and then. Water when the soil feels dry, and it'll reward you with that bold, tropical vibe all year long. Check out the Calathea Network. This one's all about those bold white veins running through its dark green leaves, giving it this cool, netted pattern. It's a real standout. Just like the others, it thrives in bright, indirect light and loves humidity, so keep it in a humid spot or mist it occasionally. Water when the soil feels dry, and it'll keep looking fresh and stunning. If you're into plants with a little extra design in their leaves, this one's for you. Here's the Calathea Marantifolia, and it's a real beauty with its large, shiny leaves that have these bold, dark green markings. It's one of those plants that just adds a lot of character to your space. Like most Calatheas, it loves bright, indirect light, and it needs a bit of humidity to keep those leaves looking fresh. Water it when the soil's dry to the touch, and it'll be a happy, low-maintenance addition to your home. Here's the Calathea Albertii. It's got these eye-catching, deep green leaves with beautiful purple markings on the underside, making it stand out in any room. Like all Calatheas, it loves bright, indirect light and a bit of humidity, so keep it in a spot that's not too dry. Water it when the soil's dry to the touch, and this one will stay happy and colorful. If you want a plant that really pops with those bold colors, this one's definitely worth adding to your collection. Here's the Calathea Gymnocarpa. This one's got these smooth oval leaves with delicate white veins that really give it a soft, calming look. It's perfect for adding a touch of elegance to your space. Just like the others, it loves bright, indirect light and a bit of humidity, so make sure to mist it or keep it in a humid spot. Water it when the soil's dry, and it'll stay looking fresh and beautiful with minimal effort. Here's the Calathea Fasciata. Look at those striking long leaves with bold green stripes. It's a great way to add some texture and depth to your plant collection. Like other Calatheas, it thrives in bright, indirect light and appreciates a little humidity, so make sure to mist it or keep it in a well-humidified spot. Water when the soil dries out, and this one will keep looking sharp and vibrant in your home. Here's the Calathea Variegata, and this one's a showstopper with its gorgeous green and creamy white leaves. It's got that perfect balance of color that really makes it stand out in any space. Like most Calatheas, it loves bright, indirect light and a bit of humidity, so make sure to keep it in a spot that isn't too dry. Water it when the soil feels dry, and it'll stay healthy and vibrant. Definitely a plant that'll grab attention and add some elegance to your home. All right, that's a wrap on these 33 amazing Calathea varieties. I hope you found a few that'll fit perfectly in your home. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more plant tips. Drop a comment below if you've got a favorite Calathea or if you need any plant care advice. Thanks for watching and happy planting.